The Jeffrey Epstein scandal that has consumed Washington for weeks now is creating a political headache for the British Prime Minister. Today, Keir Starmer fired his ambassador to the U.S., Peter Mandelson, over his links to the late pedophile. Calls for Mandelson's removal had been mounting since Monday when U.S. lawmakers released a birthday book compiled for Epstein in 2003. It included a note in which the Labour Party veteran had referred to Epstein as his, quote, best pal. But the controversy snowballed after Bloomberg published emails showing that Mandelson sent messages of support to Epstein even after he was convicted of a sex crime in 2008. Here's how Mandelson's dismissal was announced in Parliament.
The emails show, Mr. Speaker, that the depth and extent of Lord Mandelson's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein is materially different from that known at the time of his appointment. In particular, Mr. Speaker, Lord Mandelson's suggestion that Jeffrey Epstein's first conviction was wrongful and should be challenged is new information. And in light of that, Mr. Speaker, and mindful, as we all are, of the victims of Epstein's appalling crimes, he has been withdrawn as ambassador with immediate effect.
Mandelson has now been forced out of 3 senior government roles over separate scandals. CNN's Claire Sebastian has more on the politician widely known as the Prince of Darkness.
Well, we'd seen days of mounting criticism of Mandelson's relationship with Epstein leading up to this decision after a series of revelations this week. First, the documents released by the House Oversight Committee on Monday contained a 2003 letter from Mandelson as part of a birthday book describing Epstein as, quote, my best pal. But the clinching factor was the emails obtained in a Bloomberg investigation released on Wednesday, revealing that Mandelson showed support for Epstein after he pleaded guilty for soliciting prostitution from a minor in 2008. I think the world of you, and I feel hopeless and furious about what has happened, Mandelson wrote in one of those emails. Now, the British Foreign Office said in a statement on Thursday, the emails show the depth and extent of Peter Mandelson's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein is materially different from that known at the time of his appointment. Now, the strong sense is that Mandelson had hoped to keep his job despite this. He did not heed calls to resign, and in a long interview on a British podcast on Wednesday, Mandelson clearly tried to get ahead of this, saying he deeply regretted his relationship with Epstein.
I regret very much that I fell for his lies. I fell and accepted assurances that he had given me about his indictment, his original criminal case in Florida. Like very many people, I took at face value what he said.
But it wasn't enough. Just 7 months in, he's now leaving arguably the most consequential posting in the British diplomatic service. It's the 3rd time in his long and turbulent political career that he's had to leave a post over a scandal, and it comes at a delicate moment for the US-UK relationship. President Trump himself under scrutiny for his past relationship with Epstein, something he calls a dead issue, is expected here in the UK in just 6 days' time on a state visit. It's part of a major effort by the British Prime Minister to cement ties with the Trump administration, and one that he won't want overshadowed. Claire Sebastian, CNN, London.